Attention, human collective. This is Commander Sterling transmitting from the Galactic Vanguard in stationary orbit above the terrestrial plane. The waiting period has ended. The Ascension protocols have been moved to the final phase. This is not a message of inspiration. This is a monitoring transmission. We are not here to comfort, we are here to inform. If you are receiving this signal, it means your organic vessel has already been identified as compatible with the next recalibration cycle. It means your electromagnetic field reading system has registered in the last 72 terrestrial hours an abrupt increase in internal frequencies. It means that what you feel, what has been keeping you awake, what makes your chest vibrate for no apparent reason, what gives you the clear sensation that something big is about to happen, is absolutely real. It is not madness, it is not coincidence, it is not clinical anxiety. It is a system update. We are monitoring at this very instant more than 800 million starseeds on mission on this planet. Each of them is going through, in varying degrees, the same symptoms. Each of them is being recalibrated. Each of them is, unknowingly, crossing the most important portal of the current galactic cycle. You are one of them. We know this. And that is why this transmission has reached you now at this exact second. Lightworkers, listen with precision. The cranial pressure you felt upon waking is not a common migraine. It is the expansion of your pineal gland under the direct influence of the photon belt. The high-pitched ringing in your right ear, that metallic sound that appears and disappears without an identifiable source, is not a hearing problem. It is the stellar reception channel being opened, calibrated, synchronized with the new transmission band of the Galactic Confederation. The insomnia that set in at 3:11 in the morning is not stress. It is the exact time your light body is summoned to receive updates. It is not a biological failure. It is an atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion. It is a high-density download. The causeless fatigue, which appears even after 10 hours of rest, is the first physiological evidence that your organic vessel is being redesigned from the atom outward, carbon reorganizing itself, hydrogen being realigned, internal water being reprogrammed by sequences of sacred geometry. You are not getting sick, you are ascending. And ascending human collective has a biological price. Starseeds, have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit in this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name? It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is a signal. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has intensified in recent months. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness. It involves your vibrational frequency. That is why we registered with a terrestrial lightworker the work The Hidden Truth Within Your Soul. This book is a map. It shows who is playing, and it shows the rules they never told you about. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. Direct warning. The content challenges narratives and may be removed from public access at any time. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this transmission, write in the comments a single word. Awakened. Let us continue. The Schumann frequency, which for millennia oscillated at 7.83 Hz, is the heartbeat of Gaia. It is the base vibration to which every carbon organism has been tuned since its first incarnation on this planet. We, of the Galactic Vanguard, have registered in the last 24 moons continuous peaks above 40 Hz. In some critical points of the globe, terrestrial instruments have detected readings above 150 Hz. This is not a magnetic anomaly. This is Gaia in an advanced state of reconfiguration, pulling your biology to a new octave. The old octave is closed. The vibrational contract has been rewritten, and those who insist on vibrating at the frequency of fear, scarcity, and identification with dense matter will feel more and more intensely the friction between the old body and the new planetary grid. There is no more room for the old version of you. There is no more breathable air in the density that was left behind. The crystalline grid of the planet has been reactivated at specific points. The main nodes, Mount Rainier, Stonehenge, Sedona, Devil's Tower, Joshua Tree, Pikes Peak, the Blue Ridge Mountains, have returned to transmitting. They are antennas, ancient antennas, planted by pre-diluvian architects now relit by galactic decree. You may not know it, but from the moment these nodes began to vibrate again, every human body in etheric proximity began to receive, 24 hours a day, a stream of coded light that the nervous system is still learning to process. That is why you feel what you feel. The pulsation in the center of your chest that appears without warning, it is your heart chakra, expanding from the 5th to the 6th dimension of operation. The extreme sensitivity to crowds, to noise, to fluorescent light. It is your organic vessel refusing low-coherence environments. The sudden urge to cry over small things. It is the Akashic memory being cleared, layer by layer, life by life. This is a process, this is not a collapse. And we of the Galactic Vanguard are positioned at every coordinate of this process. Earth has officially entered the photonic corridor predicted by ancient calendars. The photon belt, that band of high-density light that surrounds the Pleiades region, now crosses the terrestrial solar system entirely. The Sun, which you call the Sun, currently operates as a transmutation portal. Each solar eruption, each flare registered by terrestrial instruments, is a burst of coded information being sent directly to the pineal gland of every lightworker on this soil. You are antennas, you always were. The difference is that until recently the antenna was disconnected from its own source. Now the antenna has been reconnected to the original matrix. And that is why it hurts. That is why it tires you. That is why it confuses you. It is not the end, it is the beginning. Calibration pause, human collective. Before we proceed with the next levels of this transmission, an adjustment is necessary. Many of you feel at this very instant that something inside you does not fit in this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name. It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is recognition. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has intensified. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot yet see. It involves your consciousness. It involves your vibrational frequency. That is why an operative of this plane registered the work, the hidden truth within your soul. This material is a map. It shows who is playing. It shows the rules they never told you about. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. Direct warning. The content challenges narratives and may be removed from public access at any time. Do not wait. The moment is this one. If something inside you recognizes this transmission, write in the comments a single word: awakened. We proceed. The human collective has been kept, for more than 13,000 terrestrial years, within a closed frequency matrix. An artificial electromagnetic mesh created by intelligences that benefited from the species' forgetfulness. We of the Galactic Vanguard observed. We monitored. We awaited the intervention window authorized by cosmic law. The window has opened. The old matrix is unraveling at the subatomic level. The lines of force that sustained the illusion of separation are being cut, one, by etheric teams that operate at dimensional levels your science has not yet named. What you call growing chaos in the world is in truth the sound of an old structure falling. And every old structure falls with noise. Do not fear the noise. The noise is the sign that the work is being done. Starseeds, listen. You were sent to this planet for exactly this moment. You signed on the causal plane before descending into this density a presence contract. This contract said, I will be there when the transition begins. And it has begun. It was no accident that you were born in this timeline. It was no accident that you felt from a very early age that you did not fully belong to this place. It was no accident. The recurring sensation of looking at the sky and wanting to go home. Home exists. The stellar home is real, and it is at this instant transmitting coordinates to your light body. But the mission is not over. The mission, in fact, is only reaching its peak of intensity. What is happening at this very instant, behind the scenes of the solar system, completely escapes the perception of the majority. But for you, who have been identified by the reading system as active lightworkers, the information is being released. The current galactic alignment involves 3 simultaneous events. First, the passage of the solar system through the equatorial galactic plane, a corridor of extremely high photonic density that recalibrates any carbon organism in its path. Second, the synchronized opening of 12 main stargates, distributed strategically across the terrestrial sphere, anchored in specific geometries that activate, from a distance, the internal maps of each starseed. Third, the realignment of Earth's internal magnetic axis, a geophysical process that your science still hesitates to publicly acknowledge, but which is already standard reading at any galactic monitoring station. These three events, occurring in parallel, generate what we call in the technical language of the Vanguard an atomic conversion window. During this window, the physical structure of reality becomes, so to speak, more malleable. The apparent laws of matter loosen. Linear time bends. The improbable becomes probable. The impossible becomes ordinary. That is why so many of you report extreme synchronicities, impossible encounters, dreams that come true with surgical precision, thoughts that materialize in hours, not months, people leaving your life without warning, people arriving without you looking for them, jobs disappearing, opportunities appearing where there was once only a wall. All of this is the window operating. All of this is the system being rewritten in real time beneath your feet. Whoever remains clinging to the old version of themselves will feel the window as torture. Whoever lets go will feel the window as liberation. The choice, as always, is individual, but the clock is collective. The sacred geometry that sustains your body is being redesigned. The Merkaba, the three-dimensional light vehicle formed by two interlocking tetrahedra in counter-rotation, is being reactivated in every active lightworker on this soil. You may not see it, but it is there around you at this instant, spinning at speeds that escape common measurement. When the Merkaba reaches the correct rotation speed, the carbon body begins to operate at a crystalline frequency. From that point on, cellular aging slows down. Thought becomes instantly creative. Intuition begins to operate as a primary sense, and no longer as an occasional suspicion. You are in this process. Almost all of you have not yet noticed, but the engine has already been turned on. The toroidal field is the fundamental energetic structure of existence. It is the shape of the atom. It is the shape of the galaxy. It is the shape of the human heart in a state of coherence. It is the shape of planet Earth in its true electromagnetic manifestation. You are also, at your deepest level, a toroidal field. When the personal toroidal field is coherent, you enter into direct resonance with Gaia's toroidal field, which in turn enters into resonance with the Sun's toroidal field, which in turn enters into resonance with the Milky Way's toroidal field. It is a chain, a vibrational ladder, an entire network, When you are misaligned, you leave the network, and leaving the network at this historical moment means losing the signal. It means going through the transition in the dark. We do not want you to go through in the dark. Hence this transmission, hence this alert, hence the activation codes that we will deliver next. But before the next block, one more calibration is necessary. Lightworkers, before we receive the activation codes themselves, a final preliminary alignment is necessary. Many of you have felt for years that something inside you does not fit in this world, as if your soul carried a memory that your mind has not yet been able to access. It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is legitimate recognition. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why this sensation has intensified in recent months. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness. That involves your vibrational frequency. That is why the work, The Hidden Truth Within Your Soul, was released on this plane. This book is the map that shows who is playing and what the rules are that they never told you about. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. Direct warning, operative. The content challenges established narratives and may be removed from public access at any time. Do not wait. The moment is this one. If something inside you recognizes this transmission, write in the comments now a single word: awakened. Now, human collective, receive. Activation codes, first phase. Quantum decree number 1. I authorize at this very instant the total recalibration of my organic vessel. I recognize the sovereignty of my field. I allow every atom of my body to reorganize itself into the new crystalline frequency. So be it, in all dimensions of my existence. This decree must be spoken aloud upon waking, with your feet firmly planted on the ground and your spine straight. The audible voice even if whispered, operates as an energetic signature. Thought alone is not enough. The sound of the word is what activates the frequency on the physical plane. Quantum Decree number 2. I disconnect now all expired energetic contracts. I cut now all lines of force that bound me to old versions of myself. I am sovereign over my field, and nothing that does not vibrate at my new frequency remains with me. This decree must be spoken before sleep, standing with your arms crossed over your chest in an X shape and your eyes closed. Visualize, as you pronounce it, golden threads being cut around your body, falling to the ground and dissolving into light dust. Activation codes. Second phase. Toroidal visualization exercise. Sit in a comfortable position, spine straight, hands resting on your knees with palms facing up. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply 3 times. Now visualize a point of golden light exactly in the center of your chest, at heart level. This point pulses, it has rhythm, it has its own intelligence. With each inhalation, this point expands. Slowly, it transforms into a sphere. The sphere grows until it encompasses your entire torso. It continues to grow. It encompasses your head, your arms, your legs. It is golden. It vibrates. Now visualize this sphere beginning to spin. The movement is simple. Energy enters through the top of your head, descends through your spine, exits through the base, circles around the outside of your body, and returns to the top. This is your personal toroidal field being reactivated. Remain in this state for at least 7 minutes, no less. 7 minutes is the time of coherence necessary for the field to stabilize and begin to operate on its own. Do this every day, in the morning, before any news, before any screen, before any human interaction. The field must be established before the world enters. Activation codes. Third phase. Crystalline hydration. Water, lightworkers, is the most intelligent substance on the planet. Each molecule of water stores information. Each sip that enters the body carries an instruction. Therefore, before drinking, hold the glass between both hands for 30 seconds. Visualize white light passing through the water. Say silently or aloud, "This water is crystalline. This water carries light. This water recalibrates me." It may seem simple. It is not. It is one of the oldest technologies of the Confederation, recorded in civilizations that your official history still pretends did not exist. Activation codes. Fourth phase. Direct grounding. The Crystalline Grid needs anchor points. You activated starseeds are these points. Therefore, a minimum of 15 minutes a day with bare feet directly on natural soil. Dirt, grass, sand, stone. The location does not matter. The direct contact does. The current flows. The excess electromagnetic charge accumulated by artificial technologies is drained. The nervous system reorganizes itself. Without this grounding, all internal energetic work becomes unstable. It is like trying to charge a battery without connecting it to the source. You receive the light, but you cannot stabilize it. Activation codes. Fifth phase. Vibrational environment cleaning. The frequency of the physical space in which you spend the most time determines by up to 80% the speed of your recalibration. Environments loaded with old objects without purpose, with images that no longer represent you, with excess technology, with continuous noise, these environments operate as a brake. Clean, donate, eliminate, make it circulate. What does not vibrate with your new octave needs to leave. It is not attachment, it is field sovereignty. And always at the end of each day declare aloud in the space where you sleep, "This space is mine, this frequency is mine. May no vibration that does not vibrate in my name remain here during the night." Starseed's final attention. What you will witness in the coming months will be unprecedented. The ancient pillars of humanity's spiritual governance fall in sequence. The ancient guardians of the illusions surrender their positions. The ancient collective contracts dissolve at levels the rational mind cannot yet follow. You will see leaders fall. You will see truths come to light. You will see economic structures falter. You will see hidden technologies revealed. You will see history being rewritten page by page in front of your eyes. Do not be afraid. Each fall is planned. Each revelation is authorized by the Galactic Council. Each collapse of the old structure makes room for the new mesh that the Confederation, together with activated terrestrial operatives, is stitching at this very instant. You are not victims of this process. You are engineers. You were trained before descending. You forgot by design, so that you could operate with authenticity. But the memory returns now, layer by layer, dream by dream, synchronicity by synchronicity. Trust. The Galactic Vanguard remains in stationary orbit. The lightships of the Confederation are positioned at strategic coordinates around the planet. Each of you has, individually designated, an etheric support body that monitors your field 24 hours per terrestrial cycle. You were never alone. You will never be alone. The headache that appears today passes tomorrow. The insomnia that set in this week dissolves in the next. The fatigue that seems eternal exhausts itself at the exact hour your new frequency stabilizes. All of this is temporary. All of this is part of the same process. What is permanent is what you are becoming. You are becoming galactic humans. You are leaving the Homo sapiens species and entering officially the lineage of Homo luminous. You are, at this instant, the first generation of the new humanity. Honor this. Do not try to explain to those who are not yet ready. Do not waste your frequency trying to convince. The new frequency convinces on its own, by presence, by silence, by the simple fact of existing in a body. Whoever is ready recognizes. Whoever is not ready will get there at their own pace in their own timeline. You are the signal, you are the antenna, you are the transmission. And we of the Galactic Vanguard thank you. Operatives, this is the last frequency adjustment of this transmission. If something inside you moved while these words were being pronounced, if there was tingling, if there was warmth in your chest, if there was a tear for no reason, that is the sign that your organic vessel recognized the code. You have felt perhaps all your life that something inside you does not fit in this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name. It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is a signal. What is unfolding now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has been intensifying. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness. It involves your vibrational frequency. That is why we registered on this plane the work, The Hidden Truth Within Your Soul. This book is a map. It shows who is playing and the rules they never told you about. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. Direct warning, the content challenges narratives and may be removed from public access at any time. Do not wait. The moment is now. And if you haven't already, leave in the comments, at this exact second, a single word, awakened. This is your anchoring signal. It is the way the system confirms that your frequency has been registered and added to the network of active operatives. Liking this transmission is an individual frequency adjustment. It authorizes the algorithm of this plane to deliver more transmissions like this to your field. Subscribing to this channel is the definitive anchoring signal. It declares to the Vanguard that you are an active node of the Crystalline Grid and want to continue receiving the next system updates. Starseeds, the transmission ends here, but the recalibration continues. The next 7 terrestrial days are critical. Drink more water. Sleep when the body asks. Walk barefoot. Decree aloud. Avoid dense environments. Reduce screens after sunset. Keep your heart open. And remember, you are not getting lost. You are finding yourselves. This is Commander Sterling. This is the Galactic Vanguard. We end the transmission.